10 stages, 7 locations, 16,000 registered people, probably more people here that didn't even buy tickets. The future of NFTs. That's the question. You know, I interviewed about 100 of our speakers last month, and I'm asking them, hey, what's the future of NFTs? And then we have 16 different tracks this year. And so I said, well, hey, I'll go ahead, I'll MC the town hall so I can learn what everybody's thinking about the future of NFTs and ultimately deliver why should you care and how can you participate. Why should you care about the future of NFTs? Well, every part of society will be impacted by non-fungible tokens. You probably won't call it that pretty soon, just like we don't call turning on the lights, I just turned on electricity. We don't go up to this thing and say, I am running H2O. It's just part of life. We run a sink, we turn on lights, it's just part of what keeps our natural first world society moving. And soon, society will move at a faster pace with more security, more privacy, more individual freedom, and something we all long for, decentralization, the breakdown of power around centralized governments, institutions, and organizations, and empower the people. There's almost 8 billion of us in the world. And so you think about how much it's going to impact the world when this technology, this automation, goes through every part of society. Why should you care? And how can you participate? That is the final question I hope to answer. It really depends on who you are in this audience or who you are watching this video at some other time. Who are you and what do you care about? You know, if you are over here in the dystopic camp, if all the media got a hold of your heart and has you freaked out about the future and everything's getting worse all the time, it's going to be a whole lot different than if you're over here and saying, no man, we're building utopia. You know, have my shirt, heaven on earth. I mean, really, I'm more of an anti-dystopist. I think things will get a lot better, but certainly humanity is humanity and we're always going to face our trials and our hurdles. So your view and your filter on the world will determine why you should care. So I'm going to leave why you should care up to you. I'm going to leave it up to you. You have to determine why you care about the 3 billion people in the world that don't yet have the internet, that make $2 a day. Understanding that when this technology comes at scale for humanity, it will completely transform society because we'll have about half of humanity for the first time being able to be global, productive members of society. I care about that, you may or may not, but how can you participate? What can you build? What can you work on? What can you invest in? What can you talk about? What can you celebrate? What can you collect that will ultimately be a small, small part of this incredible revolution? Really, in many ways, it's a human evolution. And some might listen and think to themselves, this is kind of over the top and grand. And I'm okay with that. I'm an ambitious guy. I really would like to see humanity impacted by all of this development that the 1% have enjoyed. You know, we here, anybody watching this that has enough bandwidth to be able to watch a video on the internet, you are part of the 1/3 of society that is graced. And oftentimes we talk about, you know, diversity and the animals and the environment, and yes, and I'm with you completely on that. But you know, like 2/3 of the world, kids die because they don't have a pill that costs 50 cents. 2/3 of the world, they don't go to school. They don't have any education at all. They don't talk about human trafficking or child labor. It's not even a thought process. It's about survival. And if we do this right as a community, if we do this right as those that are fortunate enough to be in this developed society with all of these incredible advantages, then it really doesn't matter why you should care or why I should care, because that's very personal. What does matter is, will you participate? And will you participate because it's good to see this develop, or only for selfish means. Because I'll tell you, selfishness definitely drives us to do things that we should do, and we can leverage that. But selfishness often won't take us to the finish line when we're a part of something bigger than ourselves. I've been a part of this since it was an idea back in 2018. I've seen this grow 50, 100x what it was. And I know that the team, we have vision for it being much, much larger and more inclusive and more grand and more significant. But here we are today in this moment about to go decide which of the 100 parties tonight should I go to. We have real interesting first world problems. Don't let your involvement in this industry model that. Try to think beyond yourself, beyond your team, beyond your project, beyond the investor you're trying to persuade to invest, beyond the deal flow that you're trying to get it out and find the right people to invest in. Think beyond yourself and think about what does it mean when NFTs overtake titles for homes, pink slips for cars, every receipt at a hotel or a restaurant, every picture that you take, you have proof of authenticity and ownership and the ability to automatically monetize it. Every time you grab a microphone and speak and create content, there's an entire system set up to make sure that you're protected and that you can leverage that and make a living from it. These are the things that are to come, and you and me can be an important part of that by participating and figuring out why we should care. I would never be so bold as to tell you why you should care specifically, only that it matters and that you have to find that thing of why it matters to you enough to push yourself just a little further, to participate just a little more, so that all of us can benefit from the work that you co-labor with others. And with that, I say thank you so much for being a part of this event, and we'll see you over at the pool party or one of the other 100 satellite events happening tonight. It's been a blast, and it's been amazing to be here at the town hall where so many significant things have happened here in this area and really that have impacted our country over the last century. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here.